Hi everyone, welcome to another card making tutorial. And today I wanted to discuss snow line watercoloring. And for that, the stamp set that I'll be using is the Friends Forever stamp set by Craft Angles. Now, this has very pretty flower pots, which has a lot of leaves. So I thought it would be a good starting point to try out no line watercoloring and discuss the concepts and the basics of it, since it's a fairly easy stamp to try no line watercoloring with. So what I'm doing is I have just stamped the stamp set on top of a 100% cotton cold press watercolor paper using some tubby ink pads over here. However, you can use any ink pad that you have. You can use Memento, you can use Distress ink, you can use tubby as I have done. Anything, just make sure that it is light and it is water soluble, because at the end of the day, what we want is a no line watercoloring look. The colors that I am using are Craft Angles liquid watercolors to paint this stamp set, and the colors will be Evergreen, which is a very bright green. Then we have Ocean Breeze, which is a muted blue. And then I'm going to use Cafe Mocha, which is a more of a natural earthy tone brown. Since this card is something that I wanted to make from a masculine perspective, I wanted to keep the colors not very bright and on your face, rather more muted ones. As you can see, whenever I'm doing no line watercoloring, since I am also fairly new to this whole watercoloring concept of no line watercolor, I try to have a reference next to me. So you can see there's another card on the right, which actually has the same pot colored, but it's a line watercoloring. So what I have done over there is I have stamped the same image, which Versamark ink pad, which is a non-water reactive ink, and then I have colored the same. So why I have kept the same image on the right is because I want to have a reference of where the shadows and the light would go. So I have been doing no line watercoloring, I think, for a year now. And after a lot of fails, I have realized that it is always easier to have a reference of the same image on right, especially for beginners, so that you will know where you want to put your dark colors, light colors, etc. So the first step after keeping your reference is that start with your dark colors first. So that's how I go. Now again, this is not the only guide to no line watercoloring. I'm sure various artists have various ways. This is something that works for me, and I think it is fairly easy for a beginner to follow as well. So that is why I'm just sharing some tips and tricks of no line watercoloring with you all that works for me. So I start off with the dark shadows first. In my case, I was using a combination of dark blue, so basically Ocean Breeze and Cafe Mocha. And then I have applied that in the places where I wanted shadow first. And then I dried it with my heat gun because I did not want it to blend further with the colors first. Because in no line watercoloring, one thing that you will realize is to keep since there is no line dividing the two leaves or two flowers, etc. So basically, there's no line dividing the two areas. So you will have to let colors show that difference, that depth. And that is why the play of dark and light colors is very important. And that is why you will see that first I applied an extremely moderate dark color, which was Ocean Breeze. And then I went with a combination of Ocean Breeze and brown, which was Cafe Mocha. And I applied it to even darken some areas further. And then I went with evergreen in some areas to create light green. And then I combined that green and blue to create a shade of a more muted green. And I used that in certain areas of leaves. So, since no line watercoloring is normally where you want to create a more realistic kind of a look, it is always advisable that you uh, use various shades of colors rather than just using a green directly or just using a blue directly. So combine various shades of blues and greens to create that depth in your painting. What I normally do is, once I'm happy with where the light shades have gone and where the dark shades have gone, so basically where I have my shadows and light, I blend the in betweens. So now, since I'm using 100% cotton paper, blending becomes extremely easy Plus, I can always go back and take a mid-tone color of those two shades and use that to blend it further. Now, the next I'm using again the Ocean Breeze to color the pot. And here I have used a combination of Ocean Breeze and Cafe Mocha just to make the pot more muted. As I said, I was going for a more masculine kind of a card, and that is why, my colors are extremely muted and dark colors, which I wanted to use. And wherever I wanted to show like that light is coming on leaf, like on the front leaf, which is just touching the pot, I have added evergreen directly just to create that light and dark shadow kind of a thing going on. Now, what I wanted to do was I wanted to create more of a watercolor look. So I have wet the paper surrounding the pot, and I'm just adding that blue, brown, and green in the surrounding areas. Not a lot. Again, these are very diluted colors that I'm using over here. I'm not directly using the actual color rather than adding a lot of water and using it, because I just wanted to create that, old journal watercolor kind of a look in the background. And then I'm adding some splatters of the Ocean Breeze color. Again, very diluted. I don't want to take the eyes away from the pot that I have colored, right? So the splatters I'm just adding for the watercolor effect rather than, to correct anything. So that is why I'm using very light color for the splatter. Now these are the stamps that I plan to stamp on top of that paper. Again, this is from the stamps. Both the stamp are from the same stamp set, which is Friends Forever by Craft Angles. And then I'm stamping this on top of the paper using some Versafine Onyx Black ink, which is waterproof ink in this case. And once I stamp it, I will then add some twine. Now, I did not go with ribbon on this card because, again, I said, it was more of a neutral masculine look that I was going for this card. So, a ribbon was a strict no no. I wanted to go with something natural. So, I used some white twine over here. You could have used craft twine over here, whatever colors that you like. Just make sure that your colors mimic the colors that you are using in the card itself. Again, since this was a masculine card, I went with dark colors. You could definitely do this with bright colors, which I will show you, in my upcoming video as well. I have couple of no line watercoloring planned with this particular stamp set because simply because I really think it's a good stamp set to create that no line watercolor look. And then I have used a black A2 card note side to create the card background, and I've stuck this watercolor piece on top of it, and that will complete my card. A very simple and beautiful card. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. If you did, don't forget to like, do consider commenting and subscribing to my channel. I'll see you in my next tutorial. Till then, take care. Bye bye.